Hello everybody and welcome back to another video by Nails by Miss Maddie. Today I wanted to come on and do a video. I did get a couple of requests for folks who wanted to know how I applied my full cover tips. So I have just completed braiding my hair, and if you guys listen to me rant on and on with my last video, I normally take my nails completely off when I braid my hair. And so once that's done, I put them back on. So I will be rocking those braids for a little while. And I thought it'd be the perfect time to get on and show you guys how I do my full cover tips. So I'm going to do today just one hand on camera, and then I'll do the other after because it will take too long. This video would be too long if I did both hands. So I am going to start off with my left hand. Please ignore the dryness. I mean, I can't put any lotion on because you don't want any of, well, I don't want any of the lotions and the oils to get on my nail bed. So that's the reason why my nails and my fingers look kind of dry. I did nick myself the last time I did my nails, so this is a little wound that's healing. But anyway, I've never really been on video with just my nubs, but I thought it'd be helpful to show you guys how I did my full coverage tips. And I want to say shout out to my subscriber. I think her name is Alicia C. She has been asking me to do this video for months. So, so finally I am able to do that. And I did not want you guys to think that I did not see those requests. So I want to come on and show you guys how to do this really quickly. So I'm going to show you the items that I normally start with, like when I am preparing to do this. So my nails are prepped. I've already prepped my nails and they are ready. So I don't need to do that on camera. So the products I'm going to be using are the Glitter Bells Dehydrator and the acid-free primer. So I'm going to be using both of those. I'm also going to be using, it's a little sticky, the Enailcouture 123 Go Press-On Gel. I'm going to be using this two ways. So if I have time, I'll show you how I use it the second way as a builder gel. I'm also going to be using the Enailcouture base coat, and I'll show you guys how I applied this product in this process. I'm going to keep some alcohol handy in case I need to wipe away some excess gel. I always try to keep this like to the side of me, just in case I need it. I also try to keep, a pair of these nippers close by as well. If my hand happens to slip or whatever, or the nail starts to lift as it's drying and I need to catch it really quick, I'll just use this to kind of press it down while it's curing. So I don't always need these, but I do try to just keep them nearby in case I need them. These are what they call a pinching tool. Okay. And then I'm going to use my handy dandy Flash Cure lamp. Now, I like using this lamp. I've tried to do my full cover tips using other like lamps and stuff, and I found this one to just be the best. There's always this one that folks like to use. I just like to be hands-free. So when I'm doing this and, you know, attaching the nail to my nails, I like to be hands-free. I don't want to be holding anything. And this one allows me to be hands-free. Now, a lot of people also use another one that is smaller and it sits on the desk. And that one it looks like this. These are cool. I don't really like these to do full cover tips because I have to go low and apply it that way. And I just feel like this is just in the way for me. And it's so short and too low to the ground. So I just find this one to be a little complicated. And then if you put your nails straight in like that, you know, you can't put your nail or lay it comfortably if you have long extended nails, and I tend to wear my nails long. So laying it just flat like that really doesn't work for me either if my nail tip is going beyond this part. So I just find with this lamp, I'm able to just turn it on, stand it up, and just press my nail down without having to fumble with anything. So, you know, folks just use what works best for them. So this one I've had for a really long time, and I believe I purchased it off of Amazon. So I will be getting another one soon because this one's pretty beat up. But yeah, so those are the things that you can use to get started with your 1, 2, 3 Go full cover tips, or any full cover tips. It doesn't have to be 1, 2, 3 Go by Enailcouture. So today I'm going to be using or trying out these stiletto full coverage tips. I did purchase a box of these tips from TEMU. So I'll do a review. I guess we can just do that in this video. So this will be, I don't know how they're gonna stand up to the tips that I normally use, but I did want to try stiletto this time only because I haven't worn any since Halloween of last year. So these are the tips that we will be using today, and I always try to size them out before I get started instead of like fumbling with them, a box of tips while I'm trying to actually put them on. I just size them out, put them on a stand, and they're ready to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, my nails are already prepped, so all I need to do is jump in. So what I like to do first is, the first product we're going to be using is the press-on gel. This is my gel of choice that I use to adhere my full coverage tips. You can use whatever gel you want. The Apres brand has, I think, a kit for full coverage nails. Some folks use base coat, some folks use builder gel. I just love this one. Some folks use the bubblegum gel by Enailcouture. There's a few gels that I think I have like 3 of his gels, but this one's just kind of my favorite one. So we'll use this one for today. And so I'm gonna start with the thumb. So I just take it off the glue. I'm just kind of making sure that there's none of this sticky stuff, like residue, left right there. So what I like to do first is dehydrate my nails. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I dehydrate twice on each hand. So I'm going to do that now. And this is really an important step because your nail plate needs to be dried of all excess moisture and any sort of oils that form, which is why I don't put on lotion during this process or anything like that. I just kind of tough it out until I'm done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these really applied with this dehydrator. Like I said, I do it twice. So this is the second round here. So with this video, I don't know if I'm gonna play music in the background. I'm gonna try to edit just a little bit. I may try some music, I may not. So if you don't hear music, that means I didn't put it on there. But I didn't know if you guys would like want to hear the step-by-step or just have me be quiet and then just do it. So I don't know, but yeah. So you start with the dehydrator. Next, I'm going to move in with my acid-free primer. What I like to do is apply the primer to the nail tip as well. So right there in the bed of the tip, I always apply primer. That just helps, you know, give it added strength when you go in to apply it and cure it. It helps to attach to the nail a little bit better if you add some primer on the inside of the nail bed, or yeah. So I just apply that. And I always apply primer one at a time. I don't apply the primer on every nail. I apply it as I go because I want it to be fresh for each nail. So I do not apply base coat to this step. I go straight in with my primer. And I just make sure I don't get any of this on my skin. So I just make sure I'm really careful. Make sure it's nice and on there. So now we have the primer here and we have it also on the gel tip. the soft gel tip. So now what I do is go in with my 123 Go gel and I lay that on the nail tip. And like it's still winter time in California where I am, so sometimes this gel, like depending on what the temperature is in my nail room, all of my products get cold. So if I'm not in here, I don't leave my heater on, so my products will get cold. And this glue, or not glue, but this gel can get kind of thick. So I'll just put it in front of like my heater for like a couple of minutes just to kind of warm it up. Or you can use like a coffee warmer or something like that. But yeah, that's how I apply it. So what I do is I go ahead and turn on my little lamp here. And I hope, let me see if I can move this up just a little. And I'll go back down if I need to. So I'm going to turn this on. There we go. And then as it's on, it has a 60-second built-in timer. So I got 60 seconds to put this on. So this is how I go in with that. And I just lay it down, press, and make sure it's under the lamp. And I usually let it go for about 30, 40 seconds because you want to make sure it stays on as you move on to the next nail. Now, once I'm done doing this step here with all of the nails, I do like a final cure in the bigger lamp. But right now I'm just trying to get them on. Okay, you want to make sure it's straight because if it's not, you're going to be stuck with a crooked nail that you have to soak off. And trust me, I've done that before. I've had a crooked nail and yeah, I wasn't paying attention. So you know, it just becomes practice. So that's how it looks once you put the nail on. You know, it may be some excess gel under there, which doesn't matter because I'm going to polish these. So you really can't see any imperfections. But like if you're doing like a natural clear encapsulation or something, you want to make sure you don't have excess gel under the nail so it doesn't peep through. But if not, it's no big deal. So you just can go through here and just kind of wipe off any excess gel. And you can use like alcohol too to kind of wipe it away. If it like gets on the cuticle area too, if it like overlaps, you just get a little bit of alcohol on a lint-free wipe and you just wipe it away. Okay, so that's that nail. And now we're going to do the same thing with the other nails. So you just like repeat the same steps. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more dehydrator to this nail. And then once we're done with this, I'll show you guys how I flush the cuticle area once the nails are on. So if you guys want to see this, you can stay put, or you can just speed through or fast forward it, this part, if you don't want to go through this. But for the folks who would like to see this, because some people don't know all of the steps involved with, you know, putting on the full cover tip. So I'm going to try to be as detailed as possible. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply the second tip. And you just want to put a fair amount on there. You don't want to overdo it. Otherwise, you're going to get some excess gel, you know, and thickness under the nail. And I'm just naturally like heavy-handed. So I just get carried away sometimes. And I don't, like I said, I don't really care. Imperfections don't really bother me when I apply these. Because once I'm done polishing and adding my nail art, it doesn't even matter. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the lamp on. And you want to put it in place before you put it under the lamp. So make sure it's not crooked before you go under. So I see that it's straight. I'm just gonna lay it down and go under the lamp. And by the way, this is an 18-watt lamp, which I think is super cool because a lot of these little mini lamps are not high in watts. And so to find one that's 18 watts, I thought that was pretty dope. Okay, so I can let that go. I have one little tiny air bubble right there, but it don't matter. Okay. And it's so much easier to like size them out before I get started. Like this is just really helps the process to go by even quicker. Oops. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe this one off real quick just in case. So again, I'm gonna go repeat the same steps. And then I'm gonna do that here as well. And you don't have to wait for this to dry, the primer. You can go right in with the gel. You don't have to wait for it to dry. Okay. So I'm just applying a good amount there. Alrighty. Now, I feel like I need a little bit more. I'm just naturally heavy-handed, y'all. Okay, I think that'll do it. I probably put too much. All right, so turning this back on. Making sure it's straight before I go under the lamp. So you just wanna lay it down like that and go under. And just continue to hold it firmly while it's under here. And then I would say after like 30 seconds, I let it go and then just let it do its own thing. You just kind of want to make sure it's getting every nook. Okay, so that is nail number 3. I think that's straight. And so, you guys, I started a new job. And so I've been trying to like ease in my nails and not like do the most in the beginning. So now I'm at that phase where I'm just like, okay, they need to see who I really am. I'm not finna be shy with my colors or my length. I need to just be myself. And so that's kind of where I am right now in the beginning of like working this new job or whatever. But most folks seem to not mind or try to be invasive of me being myself. So that's huge because if I can't have my nails, I can't work there. And I'm dead ass. Like if a job doesn't accept me for who I am, then it would be really hard for me to continue to be employed there. I would be miserable. So yeah, but as soon as I start, I just try to come in gentle, not wearing like really loud colors, you know, being mindful of that. I do eventually just, you know, have folks to get to know me before I just come all full throttle with my nails. But it's getting to, I've been there enough now where I don't need to hide my full self. So, you know. But I think with the stiletto, since they are stiletto, I'm going to go with a safe color. So I'm going to do a nude. And you guys can come back and see what they look like once I'm done with the polish and the nail art and all that stuff. Because I will be doing like I can't even talk. The giveaway video, I'm going to be posting that in probably tomorrow or either this weekend. And so you guys will get to see the full set in that video. So again, I'm just going to go down here, make sure this is on, make sure it's straight and cure. Yeah, so like I was saying, you guys will get to see what they look like in the next video. So for this video, I'm just going to showing you how I do this process, and then I'll show you how I flush the cuticle and get it ready for polish and whatever else I'm going to be doing. So I can just let that go. And that came out perfect. Perfect enough. These are, what are these? Oh, these are the triple X length. Yeah, so I just felt like being a little cute this week. So again, final nail, I'm gonna do the same process, put that primer in there. Don't forget the primer. This part I think is super important. I think when I was learning how to do this, I watched Max Estrada. He did a tutorial on using his tips and all of that stuff for the 1, 2, 3 go. And this was one of the things he really, you know, tried to explain in detail. Like, it helps to put the primer on the tip. Okay, so I am done with the primer for now, so I'm just gonna move that out my way. And gonna add some of that gel, 1, 2, 3 go gel in the inside of the nail. So yeah, these tips I purchased from TEMU. And so we'll see what they do, but they do feel like really strong. And that's what you need in a full coverage tip. They need to not be flimsy. They need to be really strong. And so that's what I'm getting with these nails. So I think I'm gonna like these a lot. But yeah, this is my first time trying them. So I usually just hold the tip, these 2 fingers. Make sure it's straight. Go down and under. So it is a fairly simple process, but you do have to prep your nails really good. And I wish that I could have did that step on video, but it just would have been too long. But you guys need to make sure you push your cuticles back and make sure you get any of the dead skin cells from around the cuticle, because that's why folks get lifting, is because they don't, you know, prep their nails the way they should. So their nails will lift and come off. So this is what they're looking like. I'm gonna give this a full cure in the bigger lamp. So I guess I'll just use this one. It's the one that I have closest to me. And I'm gonna do a 60-second full cure. And I can put away the primer and the dehydrator. I forgot to warm this up. I think it'll be okay. So next we're gonna go in with the base coat. No matter what I'm doing. So like when I do my full cover tips, I need to build them up, because as you guys see, nail tips are thin. So I don't like for them to look thin. I don't like for just that look of them looking super thin. I like for them to mimic acrylics, if that makes sense. So in order for that to happen, they need to be built up just a little. So that just means that I'm gonna layer. So I'm gonna put a layer of base coat, and then I'm also going to put, ooh, snap. Hold on one second, y'all. Um, yeah, so I'm going to put that first layer of base coat, and then I'm also going to cure that. And then I'm going to move on to adding a layer of the 1, 2, 3 Go. Okay, so that is how I do my nails. I mean, some folks may have a different way of doing it, but this is the way that works best for me. A lot of people put down base before they put this tip on, they'll put a base or something, but I don't do that. I just feel like it's not necessary. It's really not. The way that I did it, the nails are going to stay. They are not going to pop off. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and lay down a base layer. And before I do that, I also do not buff the shine off the nail. I find that step to be unnecessary as well. So I don't buff that shine off. I leave it on there. It doesn't make a difference, really. My nail polish doesn't chip, nothing happens. So I don't need to do that. I just found a couple of ways that I've seen people do it. I just find some steps unnecessary. So again, you have to do what works best for you. So I don't do all that shining off the top, the shininess. I go right in with my base. So I'm just going to lay that down, because right now I'm just trying to build that structure. And doing this will help to give your nails some strength. So if you happen to hit it, bump it on something, it's not going to bend and break and rip your nail off. It'll be nice and strong. And that's my experience with the full cover tips. I barely get any breakage with full cover. Right now I'm just looking for my damping dish, because just in case I need to clean up around the cuticle area, I will have some acetone to do that. So y'all give me a second. You try to be prepared before you come on camera, but it's always something that I'm missing. So I'm just going to just kind of set this up in case I need it. So I'm just going to put some acetone in here. And this is my cleanup brush. I buy these in bulk off of Shein, and they work so good. And I think they're like $5 for $1 or $10 for $1. Because I like to make sure if there's no gel polish on my skin. So that's the purpose of me cleaning it up a bit. So I'm going to go in and do the same thing with this finger, just all of the fingers. I'm going to add a layer of base. So actually, you know what, you guys, I missed a step. I don't know why I can't seem to do this on camera, but it's such a breeze when I'm not on camera. So I'm going to take this off because I missed a step. I forgot to show you guys how to flush the cuticle. So we're just going to take this off with some alcohol. Thank God I just thought about it. But yeah, so we're just going to take this off. I must be nervous or something. I don't know. But this is how we get better at stuff, y'all. You got to practice and just keep doing it. I was like, I can't do this on camera. And I just kept telling myself that. And then it's like, no, you can do this on camera. And you're going to do it. Even, I want you guys to see the real. So I don't be doing all that cutting and editing and stuff. So You know, what you see is what you get. And I think that's a wonderful learning experience for everybody. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this step here. We are at 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is use my Kiara Sky file. And I absolutely love this file, y'all. And this is the bit that I'm going to be using. This is the one that I use for my cuticles. So we're going to use this bit. And I'm going to turn on this fan so it might be noisy, okay? And then I'm going to go around my cuticle area so you guys will see that. So I'm going to put the the e-file on number 14, which is right there. And then I'm going to go around my cuticle. So this is called flushing the cuticle out, because you want the nail to lay flat on your nails. You don't want it to stick off of the bed area, the cuticle area right here in the front. You want it to look natural. So in order for it to do that, you have to flush it out. And so that's what I'm doing. So you just want to do that with every nail. Because you really don't want that cuticle area to be looking all thick. You want it to look natural. So take your time on this part. I really try to take my time and just go around the cuticle. Okay, almost done. Just getting out that last little bit here. Okay. Okay, and I think we are done with flushing out the cuticle area. Okay. process isn't too long, like, you know, but it's absolutely necessary. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to look natural, and people are going to know that you didn't do them right. So I'm just checking now to make sure I got every little piece I could get. I do see another area I need to go here. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is get me a lint-free wipe and go ahead and wipe off the dust. What did I do? Oh, I was like, what did I do with my stuff? So definitely want to do that. What did I do with it? Oh, here we go. So just get some alcohol. And you do want to wipe off that dust. That's the only really filing that I do when it comes to after I have placed the nails on my fingers. I don't buff that shine out. It just stay there. It just stay right where it's at. So I don't know if you guys can see that really good, but the cuticles look very flushed and clean. Okay. All right, so now that that is done, we can move back to the other step, which is the base coat. I'm not sure if I should do a number 2, video 2. We'll just keep going. Okay, so this is the base coat that I'm gonna lay down. And you just put a nice even coat all over the nail. And I'm just doing a little bit of cleanup. Okay, we're gonna move on to nail number 2. Laying it down really, really even, all the way down. So what I'm trying to do is build some structure. You never want to put these on and just paint them and go. I mean you can, but if you're gonna try to get like for me, I try to get a good 2 to 3 weeks out of it. And to be honest, my nails have stayed on longer than that with no popping off. So that's really what you want to go for, especially if you're doing somebody else's nails. You want them to last as long as possible. So that's what I try to keep in mind. I just feel like if you don't have the structure or like a proper like apex, which is that part in the middle, it's just dangerous because your nails could break and it could hurt depending on how far down it breaks. So I don't think it's safe not to have an apex, to be honest. I don't. So that's why I like to give it some structure. Okay. I hope y'all can't hear me breathing because I do have asthma. And that is my biggest fear, is that you guys can hear me like breathing on camera. But if you do, that's why you hear me breathing, because I'm alive and I also have asthma. Okay, so we're almost done with this. And this is my favorite base coat, you guys. Like, I'm telling you, hands down, Enailcouture has like the best base coat. It's just like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's a creamy base coat. It's buttery. It's like one of those buttery polishes. And I have a lot of base coats from like other companies, and I always go back to this one, always. Okay, looking good. One more. Okay, almost done with this. Okay. Just trying to make sure I don't get any of the gel polish on my skin or around the cuticle. That will cause lifting as well. Well, lifting of the polish. Okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna bake this for, let's do 60 seconds with this one. So, there we go. And this is my cordless lamp from Enailcouture as well. Did I do a review? I probably did a review on this. Okay, so after we do that, we are going to move on to more structure. And so that would include the 1, 2, 3 Go press-on gel. So we're going to go back to this product here. Okay. I guess I can keep that there. Alrighty, so we're going to go in with this product here. This is how they're looking with the base. And if you guys have any questions, like I'm not really good at doing these type of videos, but I hope it was helpful to somebody out there. If y'all got any questions or if you need me to answer anything that I probably speeded through, just drop them down in the comments, and I promise you, I'll get back to you. I pretty much try to be good with that, with getting back to folks. So just, drop them in the comments. So again, with this product, what we're doing is just building. We're just going to build. And and some people may ask, how come you don't do the builder first? The 1, 2, 3 Go. I call it builder because it doubles as a builder. So if you hear me say that, that's what I mean. May ask me why don't you do this first and then the base? I don't do it that way because I feel like this base helps everything to stay in place versus putting this on first. I feel like it doesn't work better than putting the base on first. The base it makes everything sticks to the nail, including the builder gel. So that's why I do it in that order. But again, folks do whatever works best for them. This is just how I prefer to do it. And it works wonders for me. And I'm able to totally relax and work the builder gel down and not have to worry about it being that first layer. I already have the protection, which is the base coat down. So I'm just working my way down with the builder gel, letting it do what it do. And this is a semi-thick gel, which makes it a great builder gel as well. In addition to like being the gel that sticks down the nail, it's thick and it works wonderful as a structure gel. So you really don't even have to get two different products. You get, you know, all of that in one product. That's another reason why I like it. I don't have to like use a different bottle. It's all the same bottle. So yeah, I can see the difference already. I can see the structure is getting, you know, stronger just from adding this on top of the base. And if you want, you can always do 2 coats as well. I don't feel it to be necessary. It kind of depends, but for most of the time, I just do 1 coat because it's fine. I don't really need to do 2 coats, but you can if you feel like it's necessary. Okay, we are going to go ahead and finish this up. And I love the way this product smells. It smells like fruity. Okay. And make sure I really get the sidewalls really, really good too, because you don't want any thinning on that part of the nail. You want to make sure it's like even coverage all the way around each nail. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, one more. So like I said, I will be uploading another video in a couple days to go over the giveaway items. So that'll be a short video, but I'll have these nails on, of course. So you'll get to see the end result in that video. But I just wanted to quickly get on and show the application process because I feel like that's super important if folks like really wanted to check it out, get some ideas, incorporate it into how you do your nails, or even just adopt the way that I do them. This really works well for me. Like I said, my nails last a long time, and I don't have broken nails. If anybody knows me in person, like that sees me in person, I don't have any missing nails. My nails don't break. And I think that's because of the prep and the way that you put the your full coverage nails on makes the difference. So we're gonna go ahead and bake this for 60 seconds. But yeah, the reason why is because of the way you put them on, the products you use, all of that like makes a difference in how long these will last and also like how well they come out. So I think I've done a pretty good job of showing you guys the product, all the products that I use. Like I said, if you have questions, just let me know. I have tons of videos on, because I pretty much use the same products. So you guys have seen this stuff in one video or another. But yeah, if for all you newbies who have questions, just please don't hesitate to ask. I will definitely answer your questions. So once that's done, I'm going to be using my VG polish. This is polish A50, and it is a nude color. And I've done a video on this, and like I said, you guys will see the end result of this in my next video, but this is how it's looking so far. I think what I'm gonna do is make sure that I file the tip a little bit because I forgot to get that little tip part off. But for the most part, this is how I apply my 1, 2, 3, go full coverage tips. And if you have any questions, like I said, please feel free to reach out to me and I'll answer all those questions. So until next time, you guys, I hope this video was helpful to some people. I will see you guys on the next video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this video was helpful to you. And I will see you on the next video. Like I said, that video is going to be a video of me sharing the giveaway item. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye.